Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be, I guess, maybe an update video just to show you where we're at with this here stuff. You can see these here are going to be our CS9s. Alright, so as you can see there's 4 of these made. Polished, polish, not polished, not polished. This one's working, this one's on at the moment. You can see that by the meter it's maxed out. Playing this frequency. Couple of amplifiers here, different ones. These are 300 watters. Not that we're using all that power, but these are really good amps. So I'm in testing phase, which amp's better. Excuse me. There's a couple other amps that I have tried and just doing research into what is best. You want a nice, strong, really coherent field, low, ultra low distortion, and all the rest of it. Now, coherent field. Now, I've got my oscilloscope up here. Oh, you get to see my reflection. There you go. You can see this nice toroidal picture here, right? So, this is an oscilloscope. This is a budget-friendly oscilloscope, right? But some of the frequencies that I've been generating here will emit these here, or glimpses of these shapes. They don't sorry. They don't typically hold these shapes, but you can see like flowers of life, seed of life, toroidal shapes. Look at that. All right. So let's just breeze through a couple of here. Look at that. All right. You see these nice patterns forming. Now this is when I'm running frequencies through our devices here using these amplifiers. So these coils that I do, yes, they're not the typical, I'll just grab this one because it's right here, not your typical toroidal looking thing that everyone's making now. But not many people are doing this sort of stuff and fully embedding them within the Orgonite matrix. Not many people are doing that. Maybe a couple have tried, but they're not doing it like we are. Yeah, so these are all different frequencies, different, do they call them residue patterns or something? It's something like that. So all different patterns like this, and they create nice geometry, structure, coherence with specific frequencies. All right, like that. So, and then that's the torus one that you're seeing at the start. So these here can be generated depending on frequencies, yeah? So you get to see some nice patterns there, you know, the seed of life, flower of life. There's another name for it. Because they're not exactly circles, some of them are, yeah, and these are like moving, look at that, like a tornado, toroidal shapes, right? So these shapes, these configurations, this field is coming off of these plates. And the other stuff that we do, like the minier versions, smaller versions, right? See? So, yeah, just thought I'd show you. It's not what this video is about. It's just about a lot of stuff. But patterns that I've been generating, okay, while using these coils, while using these Orgonite plates. And, yes, love this Taurus one. Right, because I'm not using, like I was saying, your typical toroidal configuration. I'm not using this. I'm doing it my way, different way. And it is with these here coils that I'm getting these here, able to produce these pictures on the oscilloscope in XY mode. Okay, so that's a whole nother video, whatever, different, okay? It's one way to see you got coherence, another way is to just see the wave form and if it matches and if it's like perfect and it's equal with both channels. These are 2-channel coils. All right, so 2 channels. I can test all that. You can see with a multimeter the channels, how many ohms they are, and blah 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 blah. There's ways to test for things, but this is just going to be on the background now. Now, moving on, most will just show you a couple of things here. Just different coils, tensor rings, the monsoon coil. How I did the tutorial recently. Did a tutorial on this. This is another pickup coil like this. This is the one that I just made, so that's another one that'll do the same thing. It's not as bright, it doesn't have as many windings. But what we can do here, I'll just show you. Right, now I turn the amplifier right up. So with this amplifier, to be safe, we want about 75%-ish, sort of in line with that volume here. This here, the volume. Yeah, there you go, volume. So sort of in line with that, you know what I mean? You could say, what, 3/4 of the way around? And there you go, so that's where we want it. So with this one here, this frequency, it doesn't really, it just lights it up. But when you crank it full volume, yeah. And the field obviously is massive. We should be able to generate, and I'll prove this in another video, should be able to generate a 20-foot diameter field with these, 20 foot. All right, so that's big enough to do a room, but this is dependent on frequencies. When people say, just pick a company like the Coils or iPyramids or whatever, when they say that it does this big of a field, that's not with every frequency. It's only with a specific frequency, what it can produce to the maximum. That doesn't mean it's going to be with all frequencies. So this is a really good frequency right now where I can test the field range. And it goes back, don't mind the mess in the background, but it goes back like a fair distance, right? Right, so there's that. Updates to the shop. We are currently in holiday mode. All right, holiday mode. We have shut down shop right now. We're going to revamp everything. These here might be introduced at the end of it. We've got new listings that have just gone up. We've got these here new phone shields. These here do work. You can see some reduction in when I do the Wi-Fi with this meter, put it on the RF setting, and it measures at its peak on the RF setting. It measures 100 milliwatts. Is the max, is the peak, and when at a certain distance, when I introduced this, it dropped. So the spike was reduced because it's jumping on this coil, sorting it out, circulating. So there was reduction in the RF. It doesn't stop your device from working. It just reduced the spike, the really high peaks. It did show some reduction in that, meaning that this here is somewhat blocking, somewhat what actually mitigating it. You can see it on the actual meter itself. You can. There is other shungite, typical Orgonite matrix, other crystals, crystal powders, and all the rest of it. All right. So these were new, but we're shut down shop. So these are new, and ones for your kids' tablets that are bigger. We've got some new other crystal pendants. These are just aura quartz in a cage with our necklace cord that we do. These here can be used for imprinting. So literally you can put these on your plate. We've got other pendants, just crystal pendants, just plain Jane pendants with a necklace cord on it. So like your amethyst, your clear quartz, for instance, or it's milky quartz. All right, so quartz, amethyst. We've got other ones as well. Just crystal pendants, plain. So no Orgonite. But you can imprint these, right? So I can even imprint these for the buyer. I'll check that. Print these for the buyer. And they can become imprinted or cleared. You can play 512 for the heart chakra, for instance, and that'll clear any energetics or anything like that they are holding. So that can be completely done. When you get it, you can put your own intention, or if you've got another powered device or one of ours, you can imprint your own. Where you're carrying those frequencies around. All right, just things you can do. I test my stuff. Everything is hunky-dory, tested. When I say it's 2-channel, it is 2-channel. 2-channel is important for PEMF therapy. Most of the PEMF therapy devices out on the market are not 2-channel at all. Why? Not sure, because it's easier just to do, I guess, 1 channel. All right. It just is. So I can prove that maybe in another video. But it's very, very easy. Obviously, there's a plug hole. If I rotate this plug hole here, oh, just like this one, obviously, is a plug in there, right? Going into the coil, you can plug in another plug, whatever. Attach this here to the meter on the right setting. You'll see how many ohms there are. You can go to channel 1, check. Channel 2, check. They're the same. They're balanced. Same amount of ohms and stuff. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, so in testing phase, these here will become available. You can see the differences in them. This is the first one I made where I just put a large aura quartz in the center with a big thing, and I thought, could decorate or make this look a bit more better, because then it's basically a large version of this, which is what I was doing here. All right, now I'll just grab another one. All right, so I got my hands on larger crystals to use, put in the center of these. It kind of made sense instead of a little one. It doesn't really matter. It's there for looks and also to be highly functional, with it being dead in the center where the most action that field is coming from. There's reasons to use quartz. PEMF will amplify the quartz properties. There's also a transducer, and just it works all synergistically together, along with the crystal powders as well. So you can fit a bigger one in there. So I did. Those bigger ones went in here. So this was the first design, first thing, just copying what I'd already done with the smaller versions. And then I thought I could make it a bit better. So that's why I've added an additional coil. These take long to make. This one's different. But this one here, this is what I've started to do. All right. So this coil is exactly the coil that... excuse me, is in our pendants, okay? So this is the same size. This is what this is, okay? This is our PEMF pendants. I just need to clean that up a little bit. There's blue tack in there, you see, because I blocked the hole up for when I sand and polish it, so water and the sanding materials doesn't go in there, and I just need to clean that out. Anyway, so plug hole, PEMF, that's ready to go. Same coil was in the center. Then I decorate it with some quartz crystal or aura quartz. In there, done the same here, done the same here. So this is probably where I'm going to go and make them like this now, because I think it's really good to put your quartz in the center and then have multiple around the center going around the outside of that larger ring sort of thing. It just makes more sense. It looks better. It really works. Yeah. It's throwing out a nice, coherent field, testable, measurable. You can see you want it to be ultra low distortion. You need a very quality amp. Yeah, and then this one here is different. Now, can you see? It's the same, but it's different. The wire, for instance, is thicker wire. I was testing it out. You can probably see that it's a bit more thicker. Same amount of windings. Same. It's all along with the Tesla 369, vortex-based mathematics and stuff like that. This coil in here, because the wire is thicker, it's got less winds, because I can't fit the amount of winds that I do on these and our PEMF pendants that I just showed you. I can't do the same amount of winds with this coil, with this wire, sorry, because it just won't fit in the gaps that I've got to wind it, okay? So same, different, yeah? Anyway, I don't know if you can see that, tell that, but this is me in testing phase seeing different stuff, okay? So I am running the PEMF Healing app right now. I do love this app. You can do so much with it. All right, I've got a few things going right now. Love this one, the full water body healing one. This one is very potent as well. It just is super strong. And this one is one of the reasons why. Now, you might not get as great a range, because with the other frequency I was using, it was pretty much maxing out the meter at this, like, what is it, maybe 50 centimeters away or more. Yeah, anyway, couple foot or so. Anyway, it's maxing out, but this one is not. But the amount of, the way this one is programmed, you see you've got that water one, and then you've got 432, very close, very similar, but you've also got low frequencies, binaural, stress, deep sleep, emotional, and whatever else it is. It's a very good one. But some of them get hotter than others. For instance, now I can crank this up. Whoop, right there. That was glitching because the power supply doesn't support it as much. Still in testing phase. I need to get some more stuff. But you can max this out, put it right up, whatever, and it will. But the coil's going to get hot. So this is why I recommend basically, from my testing, if you leave it at 75% or 3/4 way mark, level with the volume over here, so it's just straight out here. So obviously this is right down or off, right? So there would be your 50%, half, and you go another way, but all the way, yeah. Oh, now it's doing it. Okay, so this is at max. This puts a lot more watts into the coil, too many watts for this coil. But to be safe, if you leave it there, it's perfect. All right, it's perfect. Then you cannot overheat your coil. At most, it'll get around 50 degrees, which is fine. You definitely don't want to go over 60 degrees Celsius. Generally 50 degrees, but if this frequency got it to around 50, another frequency might just get it cold. You know what I mean? So it's hard to... Not all frequencies are the same, different programs for different things. If you were running just straight normal frequencies, you could crank this bad boy up and it will be absolutely fine. But with these programs, there's a lot going on. There's lots of different harmonics behind the scenes, different sweeps, different like square wave, sine wave going on, and it's all hunky-dory working together, and it just generates a lot more power into the coil. Right now I can feel that this is just getting warm. If I temperature gun, right, so just say the table here, it's about 18 degrees Celsius, 18, 19, right, so you can see that the highest point, I've got it on the max down the bottom, the highest point is 29 degrees, nearly 30 degrees Celsius, say. So that's just barely warm, okay? I mean, it's only been playing for 3 minutes, and I did crank it up for a second, which will put a bit of heat in it, but at this frequency, it'll probably get 40, maybe 50 degrees by the time it's done. Perfectly fine. This is the hardest, I mean, the most worked frequency I've found, and I want to keep it in the safe limit, so that's why this here. I'm still working on the power supply, but yeah, we can crank it up. So this is... At that point there, the 3/4, this is the measurement at this distance. I'll crank it up to the max and you'll see that improve. So here we go. So that, if I back it off a little bit, that's about the max that you can get out of there. Just saying, right? So this is glowing now, it's picking it up. But if we back it off to where I want it, to be safe, doesn't really glow, which doesn't really matter because it's still working, it's still pulsing out those frequencies. Full healing, let me tell you. Now, there's other ones that would be really good. Well, let's just see. This one here is pretty good. Well, sorry, I'm not showing you. This one here is pretty good. Good distance. Should get a nice glow out of that, you know. It's not all about the glow. This is just a demonstration of induction, right? It's just the energetic from the electromagnetic field. Different one. Electromagnetic field jumping on, generating power. Another one. Chop and change it again. Another one. Okay. Schumann resonance. There you go. Boom. That's funny. In real life, this is flashing constantly, like constantly. On the camera, it doesn't pick it up constantly. It's like it's on, off. It's like stop, stop, stop. Real life, me looking at it now with my eye, it's on constantly, flashing constantly. There's no pause. See that pause? Real life, it's on constantly. So don't worry about that. I don't know why the camera has a hard time picking up the flashes. It just does. All right, so Schumann resonance, really, really strong. We can do... I mean, this is just to show you that there's movement. And some frequencies... Whoop, just look at that for a moment. Some frequencies, depending, can get you... What am I doing here? Oh. Yeah. See if we can get it spinning the other way. We'll go clockwise and counterclockwise. Oh, there you go. Just like that. Now, I have another magnet ball. Let's go for a walk. Alright. Now, I have these other tools. Yes, I make my own, right? Make my own tools. Doing this. Now, this, what comes with the eye pyramids one, this is a more powerful magnet, the most powerful magnet I have. It's gold plated, supposedly. I don't know if it's real gold or not, I'm not sure. But this is actually spinning on itself. So we can get this actually fully rotating. Maybe I'll crank up, hang on, I'll crank up this volume. Let's just see. Might have a hissy fit. Okay, so the amplifier's at its maximum, like where I've got it, for this frequency. So what I mean is, if I had a different power supply, it's not strong enough yet. I need to get additional stuff. This setup right now is not adequate. Anyway, for me to crank it up. It's not even touching it, it's going wild. Anyway, so this is, because it's quite strong, what we can do is get this bad boy just spinning up on itself. So you can get it. What I'm trying to do is just make it spin on the spot. It will do it. It's not playing ball yet, but while this is jumping back around, it's actually spinning around on itself, well, on its spot. Just wants to go round and round like that. See, so this is putting out a nice, oh, that's spun nice, toroidal field like that, which is why it wants to spin around and around and around. Could you imagine this putting out a nice toroidal shape field like that? It makes you wonder why it would be spinning around like that, right? But we can. There's also no indication like of that, if it's coherent or not. A coil with current through it, no matter what coil, doesn't even matter if it's this coil, a different coil, just a coil of wire, for instance, like with this here. This is just a coil of wire. Literally, you can see that. It's a nice pink coil of wire. An LED light loosely attached to it. It's not even attached properly. You see that, right? It's dodgy. It's dodgy. That's not how I'd do it. This is just for me playing around, testing. You know, I wouldn't sell anything like this. This is dodgy. This doesn't look good. But it's enough to work. Now, you could literally attach these two wires here. You can literally have this hooked up to this and do the same thing. It doesn't mean it's going to be as coherent or as powerful or as good either, or as better good with the range or whatever. Like, there's differences. There's a reason you do a Rodin coil weave pattern. It's just different in the way it works. The crossing over magnetic field lines, everything is focused right here and putting out a nice toroidal field. This will operate differently if you wanted to make a PEMF coil. Most PEMF coils are like this, and they're only one channel. All right, so difference. So what I'm saying is, if you get a nice circle rotation at a coil, it doesn't mean you're going to be producing this. It doesn't mean it's not somewhat chaotic waveforms. Now, I don't have this set up to be able to test and to show you. I only have these here images to show you what I've taken along the way, okay? That's a nice pattern, isn't it? I only have these nice images of when I'm using and like that. See, like, could get into more of this, but you can see what I've been generating, right? Very, very good, intricate nice geometry patterns. Nice geometry coil from a nice geometry coil. Okay. So this video is just, I did mention that we are on holiday mode right now. So there is that. It's basically what I'm saying, what I'm getting at. And sorry, I'm just finding another frequency to run. We'll just do that one again. This one's always good. All right. Yeah, and there's new products going to be available. Like I said, these phone shields. We've got laptop or kids' iPads versions, big ones. We've got these crystals, just plain old crystal pendants. Tiger's eye, for instance. Yeah, nice shiny tiger's eye. All right. And like I said, you can put energies in them, charge them up, frequency imprint them, put your liquids on here. Now, revamping the shop, we might be re-looking at our price situation. Not making them higher, making them maybe more lower. Just because. To give back to the buyer more. We do want this stuff to get out more. We do really think it's healing. It's beneficial. Coupled with the PEMF healing app is really, really good. You can run it with other apps if you wish. You don't have to use this app. But I highly recommend it. From what I've seen, from what I've tested, this is it in a bit. This is where you want to take your PEMF healing journey. Should you be treating yourself from serious conditions or just want to improve your environment at home, whether you want to treat your pot plant, treat your water that you feed your pot plant or the garden or whatever you got going on, to aid in your sleep, to aid in your emotions, your mental state, your just any aspect of health or anywhere where it can improve your life. We are mostly water, and this here has a good effect on water. You can even play water specific, scientific backed, studied frequencies that you can just use that, and your body is going to utilize them more and more, better and better. All right, these frequencies you can imprint. We imprint frequencies into my family's drinking water. We imprint our soul mineral solution that we add. We do lots of stuff. We frequency imprint. We're always wearing Orgonite, or I definitely am. I use my PEMF pendant all the time because it's so easy. I wear this, or my one. This one's available for purchase. So if anyone likes this color combo, if anyone likes this, hit me up. It's a complete one made, ready to go. Okay. So if anyone wants that and you're watching this, let us know. Message us through Etsy. Click the link in the descriptions. And yeah, we do have other stuff available, like passive, not powered, right? Reggae inspired. This is absolutely gorgeous. This is stunning coil. Look at that. And it works. It's a functional coil. It's not just pretty geometry, looking wrap or whatever. This is actually a real coil, and it does do some work. A lot of people out there are using just anodized aluminium wire wrapping, making them look all pretty and all the rest of it, and they don't have any way to prove that it's even working. I've never seen it. I have on my channel. If you're curious, ask for the link. I'll send it to you so you can see how they work. I know the video. I can just send you that link if you message in the video. Hey, I want to know how those pendants work with the coil, passive pendants. I'll send you a link, okay? Because you might not, looking through our hundreds of videos, you might not see it. It's hard to go through all that list and see. It's probably 6 months ago to a year ago I probably did the video, or 2. All right. Now, I think that sums it up. I hope you like these. These are serious. Now we're getting into the realm of seriousness. Coil, PEMF therapy. Like, I'm in my room, right? I don't really want to turn you around, pan around, and show you everything in here. But in this room, if I had this running, I'd be within the frequency range of pretty much all the frequencies, even the low ones, depending on where I'm sitting. If I was sitting at the desk or working at the desk, say I'm working here, packing an order or something, and this is here, I'm well within the range. And then some other frequencies, I could be out of the room, and that's even going through the walls into the other room, So this If you know your frequencies, if you get a meter, you can get cheaper meters than this, but that'll still measure the field range, and you can then see what frequencies do what to where you want them to be, where you want to be within range. Okay. Another way you can do this as well, and I want to come up with something like this in the future, right? Now, from here, I'm just going to do this. You see that? Oh, it's maxing it. I'll take it a little bit further away. Right, now, if I put this in the standing up position, it's going to max it out. And in fact, I can probably bring it away further. Oh, cord. Right, so I am off the table now, and it's still maxing out. So if you can somehow stand this up, maybe you can put, certain things either side, just protect it or whatever. You stand it up and face it at you safely, then you're going to get more projection of that because it's literally facing you. But this is still going to put out your nice toroidal field, well, like this, for instance. And here's evidence of this, but, this is... I haven't done your video showing you, demonstrating how I'm getting these. But this is the field that you can... I can't make that bigger. This is the field that you're sort of looking at with these coils, right? But maybe it's... well, depending on the frequencies and this, maybe it's more stretched out this way. That's why when you aim it towards you, you'll get more, depending on the frequency. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up this video. This video is a lot, going on for 30 minutes. Of me just talking about all sorts of stuff, mainly about these here, the CS9s that are coming, proper hunky-dory amplifier. This one is too, and me deciding everything and testing with my oscilloscope, testing, making sure everything's all hunky-dory, and you can even test how many volts is coming out of this here per frequency. I can test that. I can calculate the ohms and all the rest of it to know how to power these here. And from what I've seen, that other frequency that I said was it warms the coil up the most that I've found. This volume is safe. So, and I know how many watts is going into the coil to what ohms to make it safe. And then I can also, you check your temperatures as long as you're not cooking it and everything is fine, weighs up fine. Certain frequencies you can really crank up. Right, let's just do this. Let's put this light heaps far away. Right, now I'm going to crank up the volume with this frequency. So instantly it goes up a lot higher. Right, so and we can get way more further away before it dips down. Right, so this will absolutely do your 20-foot radius. And I'm hard up against the door now. But it'll go into the other room. That's what I mean. So I'm in this room where I pack everything or whatever. Maxing it out, and then we can still go forward. Right. See? So this is where it was. All right. So this will only make it hum. All right. This will either smack together. There you go. All right. So this is the sound of the frequency. This is like making a little speaker with the vibrations. All right. So you can literally hear the frequency. Okay. Oh, these magnets are so strong. Let me tell you. My goodness. I mean, I've got some pretty strong hands, if I don't say so yourself. But anyway, guys. Wow, super strong. I can't. There we go. Couldn't get it off. I'll stick that one over there. Because this one's not as strong as this one. This is N52. This is an N. It's not a 52. Maybe it's a 30 something or 40 something. I'm not sure. Not as strong, and the size is different too. More Gauss, less Gauss. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. It's massive. Take for it what you will about the shop update. There is new products. When we come back, these might be available. There might also be pyramids, powered pyramids available. We're going to revamp the shop, adjust the price, and which will make it better for the customer. Like I said, we do want to get this stuff more out there because we know this stuff is good. We know you can test it. You can, especially with our powered stuff, you can just feel the difference. You can go ahead and look at our Etsy reviews, which also really helps us when you guys leave a good review. We had one recently where someone purchased one of these. I had a really good conversation with them, and they are so happy with their Orgonite pendant. They just love it. So you can go ahead, get one of these. It comes with everything you need, all the cords, especially when you get one of these, cords, amplifier, everything. Still got to sort that out and package it. These are quite heavy, quite big. Not hugely heavy or overly heavy. Like this one's not sanded, obviously. But, you know, they're a big lump of stuff, but it's more serious. When you put it somewhere where you want to use it, leave it there. Don't let the kids pick it up. You obviously don't want to drop it, whatever. But you know, you don't want to drop any of your devices, really. Like especially on a hard floor, hard tiled floor, concrete, whatever. If it's in like this sort of stuff, floating floorboards or whatever you'd call it, it's got a little bit of give. You just don't want to drop it. Like also, you don't want to drop a glass, do you? Like your drinking glass or whatever. Like it's going to shatter. These won't shatter, but they might chip a bit. All right, you can damage anything. Oh, hang on. Like if you've got more expensive stuff like this here from iPyramids, this is the iTaurus, and this is just a 3D printed base. Like this is quite heavy for what it is too. Lots of wire, which is great. If you drop this, like if I drop this, the bottom might just blow out and smash. Like this is somewhat flexy. I mean, it's just literally printed plastic, right? I can feel that flex. I mean, you wouldn't want to drop this, and this costs more money than my powered pendant, which is fair enough. It costs more money than this here that I'd offer that you just plug into your phone. This is just a plug into your phone as well. All right, so this comes with a cord, plug in your phone. This comes with a cord, plug into your phone. You can use a PEMF healing app or whatever you want to run. More expensive, less. Very similar results in the way it performs with the way the field generator, the 6 foot. This can get you a 6 foot field. This can get you a 6 foot field. All right, depending on frequencies, they'll say that on their website that it produces a 6 foot field, but they will not say specific frequencies can get you. Okay, can get you a 6 foot field. A lot of the frequencies might only get you a 1 foot diameter field, a 2 foot diameter field. The 3 or 6 foot is dependent. Okay, it's the same with our stuff or any coil, any powered device, any coil. Okay, so when they say this can generate whatever field, ask what frequency, what program, what are you using, what power, what if you can use an amplifier, can you get it higher, can you blah blah blah. There's lots to it, but with this, as is how it comes, it's not designed, or they don't say that to use an amplifier. It doesn't come with an amplifier, so they don't recommend that. This is just plug and play into your phone. Plug and play into your phone. I can do these ones and this with an amplifier, which is this here, is what I use. And you can greatly increase that with our coils here. You can generate a 12 foot when it comes with our kit. This is our CS6A. So this is our CS6, and the A is with the amplifier. Okay, and it can be used. Power it with a battery pack, super easy. That's what this cord is. You just plug it USB into a power bank or whatever. It does come with a power cord as well. But what I'm saying is this costs way more money than this. This is on par with this in performance. This is with my coils here, right? And this can also do that, but you can see the similarities there. So this is producing a toroidal field, is what I'm saying. It's not made like a toroidal donut figure. It's made differently, but because of the windings and the pattern, it's generating a toroidal field. Get it? Understand? So you wouldn't want to drop this either. Proper iPyramids, it costs You know, if you drop it and it smacks on that base, I dare say it'll burst open. It depends on, you know, where you drop it, how you drop it, right? Same with these. You don't want to drop this. You don't want to be playing around with it. You don't want kids to be playing around with it. I gave this to my 2-year-old and my 4-year-old, and that they play with it. But I'm like, don't drop it. You know, have a look at it. How does it feel? Kids are normally switched on with the energies. How's this? Sometimes I play a frequency and just say it's 512 for the heart chakra, and my 4-year-old, I'll say, can you feel the energy of this? And she'll be like, yeah, I can feel that. And then I'm like, can you feel any maybe colors or anything like that? Like, what color would you say that this feels like? And quite often she'll say a color, and it is for that chakra or whatever, for the 512 for the heart chakra or whatever. She'll be like, that feels, it's got green energy. And she's got no idea. She can't read. She doesn't know what she's starting to. But she doesn't know what frequency I'm using. I haven't told her anything. I just say, oh, can you feel anything? What can you feel? Is there any colors that you can pick up? And she'll say, and she did this as well with I think the solar plexus or the other one, orange or yellow or something. This is a long time ago, but she said, oh, it's orange, or oh, it's yellow. And she was bloody well right. I'm actually playing that chakra, and that's the color associated with that chakra, and she guessed it. And no indication on my behalf, no implement, no input. She just come up with that herself when I just asked the questions. So kids are more switched on with these energies, that's for sure. Yeah. And they have my Orgonite, they have my pendants and stuff, and they play around with it. And why wouldn't you when I can make this? All right, so that is it. Long video. Up to you if you watched it all. If you made it to the end, give us a thumbs up. Say in the comments, I made it to the end. And that'll tell me that people are interested in this. They just like this stuff. They like to know whatever I've got to say. Yeah, and shop updates, prices may drop because we want to get this stuff out. We want you to have it more accessible, so we'll not get the money we want for it or whatever. It's not all about the money, we know, but also we are trying to survive as a family using these products and what I make, all the time and effort, all the behind the scenes. There's a lot of research and playing around and trying something and it not working and going backwards and stuff like that, and spending money that I can't use, sort of thing. Like, I got to buy this equipment here. This is only the tip of the iceberg. I've got so much stuff that I've had to invest to learn to do all this, time behind the scenes that it took to get to this point. So basically, probably at a loss with some of the stuff we've done. But we do need to make this more accessible for people to purchase. I'm aware that people might not like the prices, but the amount of time, effort that goes into something like this, I can't just make this in a day or whatever. It's impossible. It doesn't work. And then they've got to go on to our polishing regime. All right, so all these sharp edges and stuff like that. There's little bits along the way, little drips and whatever. Sometimes there's bubbles. Yes, sometimes it's smoother. Depends temperature-wise, the mix. So again, this is not polished. This might have slightly less bubbles. All right, so but then you can get a polished one. Much nicer, rounded edge. The base sanded, polished. It's just nicer. The sharp edges won't cut you. This one, same deal. Right. Beautiful, stunning by themselves. And I would use it in the bedroom for your frequencies. Play them while you sleep. That's more beneficial. You can get you, your partner, and then some your whole room and get into a restful sleep. PEMF will rejuvenate the body. It'll give the body voltage. Healing is voltage. You ramp up your cellular voltage. Picture this as your cell. Your mitochondria in your cell is like a coil. Power to that coil, power to that cell. Regenerate, heal, detoxify frequencies. Different frequencies target different areas, allow different things. This PEMF healing app has a lot of research behind it and frequencies that will actually work. Different harmonics, not just one frequency tone getting played that your body can get used to. Multiple different harmonics, different sweeps, different patterns, different golden ratios, Fibonacci sequences, just to do with nature and everything, okay? How everything works, okay? These frequencies all night will help your body heal. Plain and simple. It just will. It'll make you feel better. Detoxify, everything. Okay, that is it. Definitely, I'm signing off now. 45 minutes long. It's time to go. Thanks for watching. Tell me if you made it to the end. Love you guys. Have a good day.